We've got Frank Lampard in his second stint as manager. Is the club actually any closer to potentially finding a permanent replacement for him?
Nothing is agreed yet with any coach, but I'm still told that Julian Nagelsmann and Luis Enrique are the two favorites to get the Chelsea job. So they've been really appreciated in the conversations, in the talks they had with the Chelsea board. Now, of course, they want to take some time because they want to be 100% sure of who's going to be the coach. This is going to be something really long-term. They can't miss again after what happened with Graham Potter. They paid important money. They were 100% convinced of Potter as a coach of Chelsea for present and future, and this didn't happen. So for Chelsea, is really crucial, this kind of appointment, and this is why the conversation with Nagelsmann and with Luis Enrique will continue. Let's see if there will be some other candidate, but as of today, I'm hearing that there is no conversation with Mauricio Pochettino, no conversation with any other coach at this stage, but it's still a long process. I can confirm what we always said here, that Frank Lampard has almost no chances to continue. In case things will continue like this, is almost impossible, and Chelsea see Lampard as interim manager, but for the future, they will go for a different one.
Well, you've got N'Golo Kante happy in London, back on the pitch now as well. Do you have any updates, any latest on his potential extension?
My expectation is for N'Golo Kante to extend the contract. From what I heard, the conversation is very advanced already since February. And this N'Golo Kante who changed the story, because in November, in December, he received some approaches from different countries, different leagues, including also some European club. But N'Golo Kante was never convinced because he wants to continue in London. He loves London. He loves the city. He also loves Chelsea. And so he wanted to give priority to Chelsea talks, also to change a bit the conditions of the negotiation. And this is why now the agreement is really close. I think the final details are about the option for further season. So they have to decide if they extend the contract for 2 years or 3 years, or maybe 2 years with an option. This could be the most concrete possibility, but the conversation is ongoing. N'Golo Kante wants to stay. Chelsea are very happy with him. And I think they also feel internally that they need some leader, not just young talents, not just new players, but also someone who knows the club so well. This is why they extended the contract of Thiago Silva, and this is why the process for N'Golo Kante to extend the contract is very advanced.
Well, you've got Joao Felix's loan move nearing its expiration. Is there any chance that he'll make a permanent switch, or do you expect him to be going back to Atletico Madrid at the end of this season?
No, this is a serious possibility. From what I heard, Chelsea internally are planning next season with Joao Felix as one of the players they want to keep. So they hope to be able to find an agreement with Atletico Madrid, because officially there is no buy option included in the contract. It's a straight loan. And so this is why there will be a conversation between Chelsea and Atletico Madrid at the end of the season to discuss about Joao Felix. It's important to say that in January, Atletico always asked around 100 million euros for Joao Felix. So not an easy negotiation at all, an expensive player, an important salary. So Chelsea have to make sure they can find a solution with Atletico at the right conditions, but they want to keep Joao Felix, and Joao would be happy to stay, from what I heard. He's very happy with Premier League football, with his new experience in England. So Chelsea and Joao want the same thing. Now there are two factors: the negotiation with Atletico Madrid on the price, but also the new coach. New Chelsea coach is going to be important to understand what they will decide on Joao Felix. If he wants Joao Felix to stay, let me remind that Christopher Nkunku will be new Chelsea player in the summer. And so in that position, they already have someone who is arriving, the situation of Mason Mount, who has still no agreement to extend the contract. And so many things to decide with the future coach, including the future of Joao Felix.
Do you think as well that Chelsea will be targeting a striker for this summer, or do you think that the expectation is maybe that Nkunku will fill that role, that sort of lack of a proven goal scorer that they have at this moment in time?
No, from what I heard, then it could change with the new coach. But as of today, Chelsea want to sign a new striker, and they consider Nkunku to play behind the striker, so in different kind of position. This is the idea. Then let's see who's going to be the coach, what is going to be the idea of the new manager. But at the moment, I heard that Chelsea are in the market for a new striker.
Fantastic stuff. All right, we've got a couple more minutes left with Fab, so keep those questions in. We're going to open it up to the floor and get a couple of questions to Fab right now. Here we go. You've got one saying, we want to know about Arsenal targets in the summer besides Declan Rice. Is there another midfielder? Also options for right back and right wing. Oh, that's three questions in one, Fab. Have at it.
Yes, and I think it's not easy in this moment to mention too many targets for Arsenal. Why? Because they really want to enjoy these final games and to focus on these final games because it's an historical moment for Arsenal. And so they don't want too many rumors in the media because now they only want the squad to be focused on the pitch and to win the Premier League title. So this is why you don't see many names around, because really Arsenal are focused on the present. What I can say is that for sure Declan Rice is one of the players they appreciate, but let me say again that Moises Caicedo remains in the list at Arsenal. So they're looking for a new midfielder and they will go for a new important midfielder in the summer. For the right back, they appreciate Ivan Fresneda from Real Valladolid. We know he was already in the list in January, but Borussia Dortmund are there too. And so the race is still open for Fresneda, still nothing decided. And then we have to see for the winger, but I think for the winger, it could take some time. For example, a player they always appreciated is Moussa Diaby, who is a very talented boy of Bayer Leverkusen. But again, nothing is advanced at this stage. Nothing is concrete. For Arsenal, the important point is the present, the Premier League title, the new contract of Bukayo Saka is going to be completed and signed very soon. Then focus also on other contract extensions, including William Saliba. That's going to be a really important one. Let me remind that contract extensions are crucial in football today. And when you keep players like Saka, Martinelli, maybe Saliba, conversations ongoing, this is really important for a top club like Arsenal. And then they will plan for summer targets for sure.
Oh, and obviously there's the situation with Fuller and Balogun as well. Just a quick one from me, Fab. How true is the recent speculation regarding the potential price tag that Arsenal could be putting on Balogun for this summer based on his form in Ligue 1 with Reims?
Yes, it's true. It's true that Balogun could be one of the big names in the transfer market domain of strikers, because I think there will be many. Balogun is really appreciated. It's true that Leipzig appreciate the player. They wanted Jonathan David, but at the moment it's too expensive. And so Balogun is a concrete transfer target for Leipzig. But there are many clubs, including Italian, English, German clubs. There is a big race for Balogun. At the moment, Arsenal have not decided yet what they want to do with him. But of course, they have Nketiah, they have Gabriel Jesus. They're performing at very good level. And this is why there will be a meeting in the next weeks. At the moment, they want the player to focus on the final games of the season. And then I think they will make a final decision on Balogun.
Well, one other one of interest to the US MNT fans out there. Are there any clubs interested in signing Serginho Dest this summer, Fab?
Of course, there will be, but at the moment it's really early. I think it's something that will be discussed like in June, in July. He will leave Milan because Milan will not pay any money for the buy option to Barcelona. So the player will be back to Barca, and then they will make a decision. There was some rumor on Union Berlin, but I heard that this is not a priority. I think he will go elsewhere.
All right, fantastic stuff, Fab. As always, thank you so much for your time. Thanks so much as well to you guys for tuning in to House of Champions. So please take a minute to leave us a rating and review on your favorite podcast platform or on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, anywhere that you listen to your podcasts. In fact, we're also available as videos. So subscribe to us on YouTube. Fab, thanks so much, my friend. It's always a pleasure speaking with you, and catch up again soon.
Thank you. See you soon. Ciao.